don't know about you, but I have more leftover Halloween candy than I really know what to do with.
That's right. So many of us do. So we have invited Amy Sherman here from the Spartan Culinary Classroom to talk about some tasty tips, because let's just face it, we can only eat candy by the handful for so long, and then we have to mix it up with something else.
Maybe. I mean, I've done a pretty good job.
I think we all have.
You pick out all the good ones first, right? All the Reese's go first.
Yes, absolutely.
And then you're kind of stuck with the rejects, I call them.
Yeah. This is just a perfect idea, though, because so many of us have just mountains of candy left over.
Tons of candy, and our kids have huge bags of candy. And I look at that bag and I am terrified of the dentist bill that we're going to be facing shortly. So what the first thing I do with my kids is I call it culling the herd. You've got to cull out some of this candy and put it away maybe for later. You know, we don't want to throw it away. We hate to do that, right? Because we feel wasteful.
Oh, yeah.
But what I do with my kids is I have them do it. And this is the key, is mommy doesn't do it, you do this. I want you to go through your bag, and I give them each small snack bags, and I give them like 4 or 5, and I say, I want you to fill these with whatever you want and write your name on them, and then we put them into their bag. So this is Edie's bag of candy. And now we have this bag of candy, so if we go, say, to the movies, or we go on a long car trip, I can say, go grab a bag of candy and take it with you, and it's all your candy, and nobody else stole it or threw it away. And that way they have something, and we have snacks and things like that for treats when it's time, and they're portioned out into a small bag.
And it's so important that you have them do it. That's a great idea.
Yeah, don't mess with their candy.
Okay, so then you get to the point where you
got to start to think of some
dump
other
all the
things.
rest. Then do you kind of mix it all together?
Then after a couple days, I give them at least a week, and then they will put it together, and then I'll start to pick out the things that I want to use for something else. And I try to pick the things I know that they don't like. So the first thing I do is I take all the Almond Joys, and I keep those for myself, because they hate those.
Absolutely. I know, I'm like that too. I get everything with coconut.
Yes, because they don't like it, so it's fine with me. Then you can start to take some of the other things. So of course, a very classic, very traditional, and super easy, and a really healthy snack is Gorp or trail mix. And so you can take any of your M&M products, you can take your chocolate-covered raisins or chocolate-covered peanuts, and throw that in there with some healthy nuts and some great dried fruit. And this is a great snack to have in their lunches, to have on hand. I eat this all the time. I keep a bag in the car if I'm feeling a little tired or hungry and I don't have time for lunch. You can eat some of that and you're ready to go.
That's nice. You get kind of a nice mix of protein in there too, along with a little bit of a carb boost.
These look yummy.
Yeah, these are awesome.
Okay, so what have you done here?
These are pumpkin whoopie pies.
Okay.
So they're really not healthy, but they're so good, and you're going to love them. And they're so easy to make. And then what you can do is chop up some of the Heath bars, because kids usually don't like these either, and run those around the side for a cool, crunchy, yummy decoration.
Fantastic.
And the great thing about Heath bars is if you chop them up now and then bag them up when they're chopped, you can throw them in the freezer, and they're going to keep really well, and then you'll have them for holiday baking, which is going to be right around the corner.
That's right.
Yeah. I was asking you, if you are going to freeze some of the candy, should you chop it up first and then freeze it so you can maybe use it for making cookies or something?
That's what I would do. It's easier to chop when it's not frozen.
Right. Okay.
So if you chop it up ahead of time, then you're already one step closer to being done with your recipe come the busy holiday time. So a little bit of pre-prep is
Anything
great.
we need to know about freezing chocolate? Does it freeze pretty well?
It freezes great. It really, really does. You want to keep, maybe about 6 months is as long as you'd want to keep it in there, but I doubt that it's going to last that long.
Not at my house.
Yeah, not at mine either.
Okay.
So then you have a lot of remnant candies, as I call them. You might have like the little tiny candy bars, and I know my kids don't really like a lot of the dark chocolate sometimes.
Really? Okay.
Or the Hershey bars, just any of that chocolate stuff. You can throw it all into a bowl and then heat up a little bit of heavy whipping cream and a little corn syrup, and you make hot fudge sauce.
Really?
Pour that right on there, and you have hot fudge sauce that you can keep in the fridge for a good couple weeks, and it's delicious.
And you know the best part is you could take some of those Heath bars
and
put
them on top.
Sprinkle on
Sprinkle
top.
some on top.
Chef
Terry, what are you doing?
Okay. That one's mine.
Okay.
All right.
Really
so now let's talk about something else, because we know, Amy, you have this great new television show. It's called The Great American Brew Trail. You like to do some adult beverage items.
I do.
We're not talking about making beer today, but you are taking some candy and making it into an adult beverage.
I am, and so this is the one that this dish has been cracking me up like all night, because what I did is I made Skittle vodka.
Okay.
So
I know. All right, gotta look at
these
this
things
one.
make me laugh, right?
All right.
So you get, you have all these Skittles that, you might have a ton left over, and Skittles are one of those things that it makes me cringe because it just gets stuck in their teeth, right? So what I did is I sorted out all the Skittles. I took out all the greens and reds, and I'm going to save those for Christmas time and use them on a gingerbread house or something like that.
Great idea.
And then the other ones, all you do is you take a bottle of vodka, you put the Skittles into the jar, and you let them sit overnight. So this is the grape right here, right? And
so that's
shake
grape,
it all up.
grape vodka?
It's grape Skittles, and it's just plain vodka.
Okay.
And then you let it sit overnight, and then you pour it through a strainer with a coffee filter.
All right,
and
let's do this
once
here.
it goes through, it's all strained out. And then that's good because this one's already strained. So we'll just, this is what we're going to drink, ladies.
Okay. All right, so then what do you do?
So it strains out and then it's ready. You can put it in your freezer and keep it in your freezer and it's ready to go. So we'll try it with a little bit of the club soda to cut it since it's so early in the morning.
Yes, exactly. Oh, yeah.
And I haven't even tried this yet, so it's going to be a surprise for all of us.
Okay, so Amy.
So what we're having are scatinis.
So can we find your recipes online?
Absolutely.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Thank
To leftover
you.
Halloween candy. Let's get
To
rid of
Rachel,
it.
we hope you feel better soon.
Exactly. We miss you.
Ooh, she missed a good one today.
Delicious. We'll be right back. Are you sure there's alcohol in here?